Years ago I learned a phrase. That phrase was from the team at Monty Python, and it was this was. And now for something completely different. Still playing with the 72nd scale and the B17. We turn that around so everybody can see. I brought in a United States Army Air Force bomber resupply set, which works out to be, it's easier to explain on the back. Autocar prime mover, or tractor unit as they call it. A fuel tanker. A bomb service truck with a bomb rack, a bomb carrying trailer, and a couple of bombs. We've got two 1000s and four 500s. And we have a Cushman Model 90 39 package car, so yeah, one that runs around and does whatever it needs to do. Fairly basic, all green, white decals obviously, and black tyres, and that's going to go as part of the Memphis Belle unit that I've completed, and put that on a shelving plinth with a bit of groundwork, and that'll fulfill this whole picture so that it will look something like that, except the plane will be green. So only came the other day, and during the build I think I pointed out that it just arrived, so don't people what you get for your Air Force dollars. It's a tray. Lucky I opened it that way, because the tray that's the way the tray's up. So, good. And when was this thing built? Pack design 2016, tooling 2016. So, just under 10 years old, but it's the box setup is in brilliant nick. Okay, all the parts and pieces are in there. Few clear ones, but mainly a lot of tyres to be done, and a few bombs to put together. And having just put a few 72nds together, I should know how to do that. So we won't tear that open and go through it individually, but yeah, the tractor, the fuel tank, top and bottom, end pieces. So yeah, it's going to look pretty smooth. And there's the frame for it to sit on, so that's cool. What else is in the box? Okay, 1001 decals in there of numbers. That little section there is all very, very small white numbers, which it looks like you can make up your own number system for it, which is good. Instructions. Let's have a look. In English. The auto car. Could be good detail there. You got drivetrain, axles, gearboxes, and universals. That's pretty good. Pretty simple, straight out. Bit of detail there with the driver's position. It's like a good little lorry actually. Comes up, nice, done. Put the tyres and put the trailer bed down. Pretty easy. Put those together and paint the fuel lines. Now the doors there are closed. Doesn't show that it's an option to open. I definitely think I'll have them in the open position if I can, or otherwise I'm going to slice them open. The bomb truck, basically the same platform. Nose is a little different, and the seats, but that's all right. Easy as. And what's this on the trailer? Well, that's only half a dozen pieces basically. Put some tyres, and put that on, put the bombs on individually, so that's good. We can up that, and then the little package car, 6 pieces together, so that's it. So yep, and there's your paint scheme. Green and a bit of worn out there's canvas, more so canvas green on the top, and that's that version. And then there's the version for all the others, canvas green. So they're saying matte olive drab and matte khaki drill and matte black. A couple of little silver colours in there as well. That yep, good. So we're going to put that together and go from there. So I might prime all this stuff while it's on the sprues. I think it could be a good idea. That way then it's going to be easier to put together. We'll put that over here. Done. So let me paint those and we'll take them off. Painting's not something we need to look at. Taking them off and putting together, that'll be the fun bit. Alright then, we'll get into that when we return. Honestly, here am I madly talking away to myself, going through the instructions, thinking that I'm all being videoed. And I've done that section, I did that section there, put on the drivetrains, 4-wheel drive, the air tanks, the fuel tank, put on the exhaust. And set aside that I'll put the tyres on later once I've painted them black, because everything else is going to be green. And I've got down to this great looking thing here with the board and how the plate's got to be, and put the whole cabin together in this sort of format. And the camera was off. So I'm up to putting the steering wheel on and the steering wheel column, but the column decided to go elsewhere, and I've been trying to find it from, I don't have a rug munchie down there. I have a floor that just absorbs things because it's grey and everything is painted grey. So I have been down here looking for it, and there's no such luck, so it looks like I'll be manufacturing a replacement part to go in there. Alright, that's the next job of the moment. And the lucky thing about that was that I did know what it looked like before it went over my shoulder. So we now have the steering column attached to the instrument panel, the dashboard, and there's a decal that goes on that, so that'll upgrade that after I've painted it green. Won't put the glass in because you need to spray paint, so we won't play that. These two pieces here are a different colour than the spray green. Olive drab or khaki. That's olive drab, that's khaki. So cool, so I just got to put these two seat cushions, which are here. Done. That is that up to that point. Two doors. Let's put some doors on. Right, set Fred, that one's cool. We shall give this a dollop here. People get out of their vehicles quite often and don't close the doors because they know they're getting back in them later. Or in this case, the lock doesn't work and the door swings. There. Lovely. Now, he fits in there like such. So we'll give him some glue as such. And that soaked it up. Give it a little bit of wobbly pushy. Now, there's something on that. There, I did clean them up when I took them off the sprue. Now, the big chunky bits go on the top. So, dollop, dollop. The steering column is coming apart. Door open. Time to stop playing with big fingers. Oh my god, what else goes on here? No, that goes, oh yeah, that goes down the back. What is it? D50. Goes down. In there. Okay. Mein Gott, it went in. That ahead. And loving it. Tyre on later. I daren't look over the page. I really daren't look over the page. Door, stay open. Now I've got to stop putting my fingers on it. And wonderful drawings to show you what they're up to. And then we start the tanker. So we shall call that a session. Let that madly dry. Paint tyres tomorrow before we start putting on, and that'll be it. Yeah, coat of paint on those tyres and would come up really good. And there's some other little ones here on a sprue somewhere. 4-pack over there. Right, part 2 is the F1 or the fuel tanker. F1 tanker, fuel tanker, Formula 1. I doubt it, they were using the word Formula 1 back then. Alright, we need some more pieces from the sheet of D, and we're doing something like that. Okay, 13, that's those ones, and it goes that way, with those ones down that way. And it sits in there pretty nicely, actually. Okay, your next might sit in there pretty nicely because drop in the hole, and drop him in the hole. Lay him that way, Make sure these are on about the 45. Now we drop this outward bound, fit between there and there. Now once I get this on, I've got to sort of square it up so that it's not, the axle's not running sideways. That's good. In the back position, but this is down here and connected to that, so we'll do that first. Pick him up. Roll him over. Drop in there and dribble in there. That's one trailer done. Where's the tyres? That's that part. Now we'll do the superstructure. We need bottom of the tanker. Fire extinguishers, but I think we'll do them later. The hose reel's got to be spot on. It's got to look like it belongs. One round piece with another crack in it, and that is definitely not the way. That's looking better, that's looking pretty good. Because if I put that in there and then put the top over it, and then the extra top, and then the back doors on it, I can't paint that. And I can't paint that detail in there either. So, right, so drop that on there. Yep. Got some of that. Put that bit smack on square there. Okay, other side. Not too much pressure, and not to blow out any more oblong than it is. Plugs anywhere near the join part. It does not become a joint. Funnily enough, both those sizes there are things. I'll be putting some putty in that. I'll do it right now. Squirt it in, let it dry. Moist bud. Get rid of that extra that's going to show up when you start painting. Good. No more on that one. So that. Put him on there if you want. Now grab hold of these doors. It says you can have them open, but they don't open up that far like that one. And I'm right. They're already basically pre-cut for you, which I really appreciate. I was just looking at the right end of that there, and it says, well, it looks like there's something that actually is attached to that. Yep, and it's a ladder. Let's run that off this side here. Drops in nicely, looks like it fits. Looking very sharp actually. Let's pull those two down. Schmick, one ladder. Oh joy, turn him round, turn him over, find the hole. Wait a minute. Ah, that bracket. Alright, that's easy. Every hole. Roll him over and do it again. At least you know you get it the right way around because they slide in from one side. One, two, three. Just got to go in just that fraction more, people. Okay, the base is feeling fairly solid. Right, now it says that part there. Oh, there's a toolbox. Where's that? 40. Just be careful there. That seriously looks like it belongs there. I'm not going to cut it off, even though that doesn't actually show it in the picture there, but I bet it is. Right in the middle of all that hullabaloo, which is where you've left a slot and a spot. Perfect. Alright, I'll call that one. That's because I think that's the fuel intake. Goes here somewhere. Thank you for a nice sharp knife. Okay. Does one think that one has taken the wrong one off? Methinks I have. Alright. Nice like that. That belongs to the trailer. Now we got it right. It goes on the bottom, that goes on the top. It goes out that side. And it lugs in over the top of it's so delicate. Lovely. Okay. You can only look at lovely for so long and then you have to move on. Seats. And least but not last, and last but not least, we have to put in the gear stick. Okay. Another classic case that I thought I was. Well, here we go. Yeah, thought I was filming and it wasn't. So we're up to the end of the page, so that's good. I only got the headlights put on, but I know what I'll do with the headlights. They're clear. I'll spruik around the outside back part of them with some chrome, which when you look in through the glass will look like chrome, and then paint the outside of that. And yeah, back in the good old days when you had headlight bulbs that were about that big, they were basically chromed on the outside, a filament in the inside with a light bulb there which reflected it, and that was what it did. So I've got some chrome which will work nicely on that. But there we go. That one's together. So now I have a prime mover and a truck. Let's see if we can do a bomb trailer. How much fun can that be? Alright, we need, again, okay, we do all the bombs, but I'll spray paint the bombs and put them together and do the ribbing around. And I don't have to put the tails on them because the tails end up on there, which are going to be green, so I can probably put the tails on. And I'll put the tails on after I've painted them green too. Alright, so based on that, without the wheels, I'm going to have a trailer hitched with wheels there, wheels there. What have I got left to make before I start painting? Alright, we got this U-Butte little package car. He runs around doing deliveries. And thanks for watching up to this point. We'll be continuing on in the next episode.